I want to talk a little bit about forces, okay, and centripetal forces.
So here's a unique demonstration of the force. Keep this thought throughout the video.
One of the reasons why we have such great length is because this arm here to here is very straight, the long lever, when we move to this position. And you notice also my right arm has extended through. So at the front heel line is where that's starting to happen. It's actually just about a foot past that, maybe 2 feet. You go straight like this, okay? So you're accelerating through the strike. And also, even though our torso's turning, out to the left, or facing the target this way, our hand, the right hand especially, is going out and away. Furthest from our hip, which is right here. So there's a stretch across your body, like that. All right? So what that's doing is you have the longest possible moment, it's called, of your moment arm. This lever here is long. If I do anything to break that length, it's shorter. So if I pull in, it's shorter. This way. I don't have as the long length, and the lever is not as long, so you're not going to hit as far. Okay? The other thing is I am accelerating through the strike. Okay? And I'm doing that by taking out all the slack in the system. So by that I mean I'm not in like this, when I swing. Okay? I'm out like this. You may not see that because I'm turning left. So you don't see the extension, the amount that you really have, right? The head's back. I'm on this ball of my foot, and then the weight transfers around, and I come up, okay? It's just a natural, natural response to your arms, going around your body. You've got 40 pounds of arms. As they go, that weight transfers from your right to center to your left. Okay. So I'm going to give you an example here of just how fast this really is. Okay. So the idea is, if I throw this out this way, my hand will break up, my wrist, it's that backhanded slap. This way. People say, well, are you going to Dunaway? No, I've always done this. I'm spending my motion. Dunaway was a hero of mine. But I combine things that work in all of the methods. So if I tried something that worked, I kept it. If not, I ditched it. But this is great because what happens is you can really gain some speed just thinking about that extension. And it's like that, out. Just super, super fast. So also what's happening there is you're counterbalancing because of your posture. Your posterior here, you bend over like this, and your posterior is just past your calves if you were to draw a line. Okay, so that gives you balance, counterbalance to this motion out and away. And you can try it. You'll turn very nicely when you do that. And if you have the idea that the further away you get from this hip, this left hip with your hand, you'll get that motion quite easily. You'll start to feel, how the movement should be. And it's all automatic. Your legs will move automatically. Your legs open up. You get a nice posture, you know, and everything just starts to work correctly. So it's fairly simple. Drill for it is this drill. Okay, one arm, you know, follow through with your forearm faced up towards the sky, palm towards the sky, and just do the motion. Okay, and then all you're going to add is the force going out, everything straightening out. All right, so that you can truly get the feel of the centripetal forces moving outward, because you're in balance. You know, it'll move at a pretty fast pace. And your body just moves with it. Everything just moves. It's automatic. Another thing that's not talked about is that your left hand, if I'm going to grip the club, I always just grab it like this. I don't know if you guys have ever noticed it. I'm down my side like this. I just grab the club, okay? And I've shown you where you set up your right hand and reach. It's the same thing, okay? Your hand will always want to go to this comfortable position right here off your side, where the back of your hand kind of faces out. You know, you're on this orientation. Well, interesting enough, the club, when you go back and you turn, the back of your hand always wants to square at the front heel line. So it makes squaring the club automatic. You're always going to square up there. So with the driver, I'm going to square right on that front heel line. You know, so I can look down the shaft this way with my left eye. For irons, I do the same thing. I just grab it, but then I'm going to set up by reaching back where the shaft crosses my vision. And someone might say, oh, he's got the strong grip. No, I don't. I've still got the biomechanic grip. It's just I've reached back. Okay, so it might appear strong. And that'll square, and I don't have to think about it. It always is going to square at this front heel line. So when I'm doing my thing and throwing it out, while I turn, it automatically squares. So it flies real straight, and I'm not rolling wrists over. I can, with my hands, I can change the orientation of the sole line. You know, and pretty much go on the arc, get it square to the arc and send it off on its 90 degrees angle. Really, I just set things around the middle of my stance, and it's always going to fly fairly straight and long, because you've got that moment set. You're away from this hip, your right arm, you're turned, and your right hand and arm, especially your hand, is away from that hip. Long lever, longest lever possible. About 7.5 feet.
Be a ball striker.